Those who saw the original series must have been influenced by Klaus and Elijah's charisma. It is true that this series is a fantasy series, but psychologically it is extremely accurate. I thought a lot about the character of Klaus to make this video. But before getting started, if you're a fan of these kinds of videos, please give this video a like and subscribe to the Scene Psycho channel. Thank you for your support. Klaus is an evil character and he's not even very handsome. I mean, he has a normal face, like most people, so what makes him so lovable? The first reason is that Klaus is not a pure villain. That is, if you want to separate the layers of his personality, we will find that he is a multi-dimensional character. Klaus wears the monster mask to scare his enemy, and deep down there is still good in him. That's why Elijah tries so hard to guide Klaus to the right path, because Elijah knows that Klaus has the potential to be good. On the other hand, because Klaus knows what he has done in his life, he calls himself a monster. So it means that he knows the differences between good and bad. A person who is really bad justifies himself and gives himself the right for every bad deed. But a person who is good inside, after doing a bad deed, feels guilty. That's why he might call himself a monster or something else. Elijah, but on the other hand, tries his best to be a good person and keeps the Mikaelson family to be in high positions. Elijah, unlike Klaus, is a rational person and doesn't hold grudges against anyone. Of course, if someone is considered a threat to his family, he will not hesitate to kill him. And this brings us to one of the most important features that make these two characters more attractive. It means being protective. This common feature of these two people means that they do whatever they can to ensure the safety of their families. And this is not limited to the safety of one's life. But if a member of their family is sick or has any problems and needs help, Elijah and Klaus reach out and help them. It is true that all members of Mikaelson family were stabbed by Klaus at least once. But after all, there are differences in every family, and that Klaus would never want to kill his family, even the worst members. Rather, he simply stabs them in the heart and makes them unconscious, and usually uses this method to punish them. Of course, the problem that Klaus and Elijah had was that only their family was their priority, and they didn't care about the others. On the other hand, Marcel, as a leader, always tried to protect his family and ensure their security. This is the most important characteristic of a good leader. Since Klaus lacked this quality, the people of New Orleans were never loyal to Klaus in the same way that they were loyal to Marcel. The next characteristic that these two brothers have in common is that they are well dressed. Elijah prefers the classic look, and considering his height figure, it really suits him. But Klaus prefers the sport type and has a good style. It can be said that Klaus type is a bad boy type: t-shirt, turtleneck, necklace, jeans, ankle boots, and sometimes a leather jacket. This is a type that screams his confidence. Now, let's talk a little about Elijah. Elijah is a gentleman and a good man. The difference between being a gentleman and being a very nice guy can be understood by seeing Elijah's character. At the same time, he tries to be a good person. If necessary, he's ready to do anything to defend himself and his family, and if he has to, he will resort to violence. Elijah always tries to keep his promise, and this issue had given him credibility and charm. Being honest and being trustworthy will help you both in social relationships and in business world. For example, we all prefer to do business with a person who is honest with us about the price and quality of his product or service. We would like to have a company and friendship with someone who is reliable and has his own lines and boundaries. The next thing that makes Elijah look more attractive and powerful is his strong will. Elijah can control his desires very well. It is not that there is no temptations, he is tempted, but with practice he has learned how to control his desires. Now, you might think that the most important factor of Klaus and Elijah's attraction is that they are the most powerful, but later in the series, we see that this power falls into the hands of other people, but it doesn't make them less or more attractive, because it is not a question of power. The issue is who has the power and how and for what purpose that person uses the power. Power, if used to defend and support others, brings popularity to the power holder. That's why the superheroes are so popular. Tell me in the comments which features of Klaus and Elijah attracted you. Thank you for your support of the Scene Psycho channel. Until the next video, bye!